So I absolutely believe, and again, simply my hypothesis, he is innocent until proven guilty, that he will be arrested and, well, indicted on sex trafficking charges. I have no doubt about that. And I do believe that he was most likely the kingpin of this. These girls, what that tells me, if it's out of the Southern District of New York, is this is spanning multiple states, and that he is trafficking or allegedly trafficking girls across multiple states across the United States. This isn't just an isolated incident in one location. And so I have heard things as well about his Hamptons parties and things happening in those Hamptons parties as well. So I suspect more evidence may come out as a result of that. But these are extremely serious charges. And part of me, too, is frustrated by somewhat the complacency, right, of the entertainment industry as a whole in this. And I think sometimes people fly under the radar for a long time, like Epstein did as well, because people are scared. People want to still climb the ranks. And we're doing it all the while sort of sacrificing the safety of these young victims or girls that are involved in this. And that is deeply.
After Diddy's home was raided, you can bet he and his legal team are pulling all-nighters, doing everything they can to sweep things under the rug. But with how bad things are looking for the rap mogul right now, it's unlikely that their efforts will save him.
Talk to me about the timeline of how this typically works in terms of if we're seeing a raid on several properties. Does that in conjunction with an arrest? Does that come before an arrest? Does that, how does it typically work?
Typically, Jesse, it's in conjunction with an arrest. But I started thinking about this a little bit more last night, and I was thinking that if he has videos and or his associates have videos and they are attempting to distribute those of young male children or female children, that means that a child is in imminent danger. And so part of me wonders if this was done to stop that, and that they will get to the arrest obviously at some point, because as you mentioned, typically these warrants are served and there's usually an indictment that goes hand in hand with that at the same time. So in my opinion, it's not unheard of, it's just a little bit unusual. We don't typically see this. Anytime we did raids at the FBI of this nature, we also had an arrest warrant for the individual as well. And so it is unusual, but I don't want to say it's unheard of. And again, I'm just speculating, but part of me wonders if this was still actively being distributed. And if it is, they need to shut that down.
Many are questioning why Homeland Security chose to raid Diddy's mansions first instead of directly issuing an arrest warrant. The reason is the videotapes. Diddy would have eventually caught wind that authorities were closing in on him, prompting him to destroy the evidence.
But we do have an extradition treaty with them. Right now, though, because of the public nature of this, I have a very hard time believing that a country would allow his plane to land with him on it in their country. They don't have to let him land if they don't want to. And so I think that it would be very difficult for him to be able to land in an inhospitable country simply because they don't want him. We do have extradition treaties with more countries than I think people would think. And typically they will send folks back to us as long as we take the death penalty off of the table. And I don't believe that this is a death penalty case. It's Southern District of New York. And so I believe that whether we have an extradition treaty or not with whatever country he may or may not go to,
there's a strong possibility that Diddy might attempt to flee the country to avoid prosecution. But given the lack of extradition agreements in his case, escaping justice could be challenging. With the mounting allegations and numerous lawsuits against him, it seems unlikely he'll avoid the consequences. Adding to his troubles, new scandalous evidence has surfaced. CCTV footage showing Diddy assaulting his ex, Cassie Ventura, at a hotel.
It's so difficult to reflect on the darkest times in your life. Sometimes you gotta do that. I was fucked up. I hit rock bottom. But I make no excuses. My behavior on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions in that video. I'm disgusted. I was disgusted then when I did it, I'm disgusted now. I went and I sought out professional help. I had to go into therapy and go into rehab. I had to ask God for his mercy and grace. I'm so sorry. But I'm committed to be a better man each and every day. I'm not asking for forgiveness. I'm truly sorry.
This might be the first time Diddy has openly admitted to something this egregious, and no amount of PR damage control can salvage his reputation now. With this video surfacing, it raises serious questions. As more allegations come to light, are they all true?
Do you think she was the only one getting banged by him? Do you think this man had this woman search for prostitutes online just for them to have sex with her? It's something fishy about that, bro. Because you got to realize this lawsuit and the information they had and they gave the Diddy people was 6 months ago. So some of that stuff was cut out. Okay, we're gonna give you this, but you gotta cut this part out. Let's just say allegedly, or just for the sake of it, Cassie wasn't the only one who wanted, or she didn't want it, but Cassie, who searched for the big black, and she was searching for the big black not only for herself, but for somebody else who we all know that was in the room with her. So if he want to see it and he want her to touch it, he might, that other person in the room with her just might want to feel it. Allegedly.
So you feel like Diddy was having sex with the male prostitutes?
They had to be for both of them. They was in the room. Right?
You're right.
It's a freak-off section. Right? She said it's a freak-off section. If she says a freak-off section, brother, she ain't the only one freaking off. The prostitute ain't the only one freaking off. Oh boy, is...
No matter how many apologies Diddy offers, he can't escape the looming threat of prison, especially with his former bodyguard, Jen Deal, exposing the harsh treatment Cassie endured during their relationship. It seems 50 Cent finally got the answers everyone was questioning. Where on earth is Jay Z? According to 50 Cent, Jay Z's vanishing act makes sense. If you think the feds have dirt on Diddy, just wait until you see what they have on Jay Z. Known for his ability to stay out of the spotlight, Jay Z's sudden disappearance raises serious concerns. 50 Cent even humorously shared a photo of Jay Z on a milk carton, joking about his absence, and another with Jay Z waving, captioned, "Here's Jay Z's last reported sighting, waving at Puffy's jet." It's striking that Jay Z has seemingly abandoned Diddy, especially after their close ties at those all-white parties and high-profile events. Given their history, it's surprising to see Jay Z distancing himself now. With Diddy facing potential incarceration, Jay Z could be next in line, and the rumors about him being worse than Diddy only add to the suspicion. Jay Z's absence from the public eye since the allegations against Diddy emerged fuels speculation that there's more to uncover. According to 50 Cent and other insiders, what's happening with Diddy might just be the tip of the iceberg, with Jay Z harboring even darker secrets. Jaguar Wright has hinted at similar concerns in her recent interviews.
Shawn Carter is worse. He's smarter. He's patient. He's not sloppy. Just he been lining up people he calls friends and stepping to the side while they get hit by the guillotine for 30 years.
He's fucking worse.
Jaguar Wright has long been vocal about her suspicions regarding Jay Z, labeling him as one of the most dangerous figures in the industry. A few years back, she made headlines with an interview where she compared Jay Z to R. Kelly, citing similarities in their dark histories, including their relationships with underage girls. Jay Z's rumored involvement with Aaliyah, as mentioned by Dame Dash, who felt betrayed when Jay Z pursued her, only adds to the controversy. It's unsettling that Jay Z was aware of R. Kelly's illicit activities with Aaliyah and other young women, but still chose to collaborate with him on an album and tour. Jay Z's ability to stay out of legal trouble longer than Diddy might be attributed to his cunning and willingness to let others take the fall. It's speculated that Jay Z could already be in contact with the authorities, attempting to cover his tracks and distance himself from Diddy. Recently, YouTuber Stormin Rowe hinted that Jay Z might be the next major figure exposed after Diddy. As events unfold, it appears that Jay Z is ready to cooperate with the feds, even if it means turning on Diddy to save himself. However, cooperating with authorities in the rap game often has severe consequences. In recent years, allegations have surfaced regarding Jay Z's interference in the careers of artists, with Chris Brown now coming forward to support these claims. Chris alleges that Jay Z sidelined him not merely due to his relationship with Rihanna, but because of a more personal issue. According to Chris, Rihanna was unfaithful to him with Jay Z and allegedly transmitted an STI she contracted from Jay Z. This claim aligns with Jaguar Wright's previous statements, adding another layer of complexity to Jay Z's ongoing controversies.
Jay-Z gave her the herpes that she gave to Chris Brown. Rihanna was only 14, 15 when he started fucking with her and signed her to Def Jam.
Persistent rumors have long suggested a secret affair between Rihanna and Jay Z, with implications that Chris Brown was aware of this relationship. These speculations date back to 2009, when Chris Brown pleaded guilty to assaulting Rihanna. During this period, Chris alleged that she had transmitted herpes to him. He claimed that after threatening to sue her for not disclosing her condition, she began self-harming and then falsely accused him of the assault, mirroring a scene from the film Liar Liar. These allegations are particularly intriguing given the enduring rumors about Rihanna and Jay Z's involvement. In the late 2000s and early 2010s, speculation about their relationship was widespread, but Rihanna consistently denied any romantic involvement with Jay Z, asserting that their connection was strictly professional. Her publicist even took responsibility for the false information, claiming it was a strategy to boost publicity. Chris Brown now alleges that this denial was part of a cover-up. He suggests that both Jay Z and Rihanna went to great lengths to suppress rumors of their affair due to the potential damage it could cause to their careers.
I didn't want her knowing my business too. I just didn't know who she would tell if I tell her what I'm doing.
Even more troubling, Chris Brown alleges that Jay Z pressured him into maintaining the narrative that he was the one cheating on Rihanna, despite her alleged infidelity. According to Chris, Jay Z wanted to keep the public unaware of Rihanna's supposed unfaithfulness to avoid any connections being made back to him. Chris has hinted that there's more to this story than meets the eye. For example, when Chloe Bailey faced backlash for collaborating with him on the song How Does It Feel?, Chris expressed frustration over how his past mistakes from when he was 17 are still held against him. He criticized the entertainment industry's hypocrisy, noting that while violent content is often embraced, he faces continuous scrutiny. Chris also pointed out the lack of accountability for white artists who engage in problematic behavior. In a pointed remark, he alluded to someone in the industry who has been romantically linked to younger women and is married to a significantly younger partner, implicitly referring to Jay Z. This adds to the controversy surrounding Jay Z's relationship timeline with Beyoncé. Many people remember the breakup between Chris Brown and Rihanna after he physically assaulted her. While Chris faced significant blame, he argues that this was a cover-up designed to conceal Rihanna's alleged affair with Jay Z.